What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of At Home with the Willises. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Jameen.
So
It's December.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. What are we going to talk about today?
We want to talk about fear.
Aww.
I feel like I'm one word.
I know.
Yeah.
Whenever I say, what do we want to talk about? You give me like a one-word answer.
Mm-hmm.
Like trouble,
Yeah.
fear. Okay, let's talk about fear then.
Yep. So today we want to talk about the fear of failing in business and in life. So we want to talk about different points of how fear can kind of freeze you up or stop you from doing things, whether it's being an entrepreneur and also just different things just in general life. So,
yeah. All right, well, let's get into it. You jumping right into the deep stuff. This is good.
yeah, well, this started off because we were in the car and I forget what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about, so the conversation started off.
This is how all this stuff starts off.
A lot of times we get compliments from people. And so this came from a particular, it's a reoccurring compliment. People was like, how long have y'all lived in Vegas? And we was like, oh, we're coming up on 4 years.
Yeah.
And so people are like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all only been living here for 4 years. And so they're like amazed at what we've been able to accomplish since we moved here. And we talked about how people think that because we did all this stuff in 4 years, we really didn't. We did all this stuff in like 16 years.
Right.
And
That's
people
what, yeah.
are seeing the results of the 4 years of
Just kind of like a small glimpse of like what we've been able to accomplish, but not all the losses,
yeah.
like all the failures that we have endured, all the part-time jobs we've had, all the gigs we've done,
hustles.
yeah. And we feel like we're not doing anything yet.
Right.
We're we're trying to,
That's
and,
another topic too.
Yeah, that we have, like, when people feel, well, because I think it's all about, what you look at as success. Because some people's success, everybody has a different view of success. So I don't want to get into that. We can talk about that in another topic. But okay, keep going though.
So what I wanted to talk about was, one of the things that, it's just like looking on Instagram. Everybody puts their best foot forward on Instagram or social media and things like that. But people don't realize the things that people do to show you that 30-second or that 1 minute clip of something amazing, whether it's success or outfit or car and things like that.
Yeah.
But I was talking about, like, it seems like there's a generational shift because, when we were in school, elementary school, or even junior high school, if somebody would clown us, it was isolated to the school.
Yeah,
and even that day, it would blow over, and it would be somebody else's turn to get clowned.
Sure.
But now, our kids, it doesn't stay in the school because somebody pulls out their phone.
That's it.
It gets recorded. They can put it on social media, and it could last forever.
Yeah.
You could go viral for getting clowned. And so now I think it's created a fear of not putting yourself out there. And that's why we talk about how certain kids don't post things on social media because they're afraid to put their ideas out or their style out in fear that it may not go well. It may not go viral or it may get clowned.
Yeah, you can get picked up on, baller alert and all that stuff just by, posting something that you thought was amazing. And now people are clowning you. And we see it all the time. And I shout out to the people that actually still go forward and do it, whether it's a hair video, makeup tutorial, all that stuff. But people are getting judged all the time. And we need to address also the keyboard bullies, because that's also what happens.
Twitter finger.
Yeah,
Twitter
what we call,
it's not Twitter anymore.
Yeah, or X or whatever. The keyboard gangsters, because
gangster.
people are hiding behind their computers, you know, with so much to say about other people. And wouldn't it be nice if everybody just did what they were supposed to do, lived in their purpose, and went after their dreams instead of clowning all the other people that are trying something. They're just trying. Yeah. But like you said, and that's how we got into this whole car conversation, because I mean, we get it too. Like we get scared all the time. There's so many things that we would love to do, but just by fear of people, you know, having so many opinions, people having opinions on our motives, people having opinions on, gosh, even like from what we wear to what we talk about to just what we're doing in business. Everybody has an opinion, but it is interesting to watch this new generation not make moves because of it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I remember when we first started doing the property tours, and somebody put like, when we did the first big mansion, it was like, she doesn't even know what she's talking about.
Oh yeah, people were coming for me, boy. Yeah, people were coming for me. Someone said my shoes were too loud. Someone said our video is terrible. Look at us now. Boom. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, like people went in on that, and that was actually our second most watched video that we've ever had.
Yeah, and I turn the comments on. If you leave a negative comment, I put all the comments for negative, positive, crazy, great.
We'll see it.
Relevant, irrelevant. I put all the comments on because you got to have thick skin. If you're going to be in business, you got to have thick skin, because not everybody's going to like your product. Not everybody's going to like your business. Not everybody's going to like you. And that's the beauty of it, because somebody may hate somebody else's product and they love yours. And vice versa. There's a customer or a client for pretty much everybody now.
That's right.
We were talking about different TV shows and things that we watch. They have a TV show for 10,000 people that watch. Sure do. You know, it's Rodeo Classics 2.0. You know, it used to be 1 or 3 home shows. Now it's 50 home shows. It's Zombie House Flip. It's Chip and Joanna. It's different Tiny Homes. Everything. It's You Bought What. It's backyard renovations, front yard renovations. It's you know, it's a show for everything. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
That's right.
Because you're going to fail. You know, like people talk about real estate and investment properties. This is investment company number 3 for us. Yeah. You know, we started
surprise. This is not
number 1. This is number 3. Yeah. So
we have failed. But the key is, and again, you're not going to see this stuff on social media. You're going to see the highlight reels.
Well, they might. They could go into the archives and see a little bit.
On social media in general.
Yeah.
You're not going to see a lot of people's failures. And what happens is when you see most people's failures, it's being exploited by someone else.
Yeah.
But you're going to fail. It is what it is. Failure is not a bad word. It's an F word, but it's not the bad F word.
Yeah.
So be encouraged, because we fail all the time. The Willises fail all the time. But you get a good support system around you, and you have to get up and tell yourself you have to do it. Because, I mean, we've taken some big losses, some big L's. There's been times where we were like, I wonder if this is really what we're supposed to be doing. But when you have a good support system around you, when you have a plan, when you have a game plan, and when you wake up in the morning and tell yourself it's go time, you better get up and go. That's
Absolutely.
Just it. So be encouraged.
Also, it's important that you take a chance. You know, go ahead and put yourself out there, and it's good if you fail, because you want to fail fast.
Fail fast.
Because when you fail at something, it takes the sting out. When something happens, a disappointment happens, or you do fail at something, if you failed before, it's like if you've never fallen off your bike, you don't know that it's not the end of the world, that you can get back up, dust your knee off or whatever, and get back going. So it takes the sting out when you have previous experience at failure.
Yeah.
And so you're not as scared to take a risk. You're not as scared for the next project, the next business, when you've put yourself out there and you failed before, because now you know it's not as bad as you think it is. You know, not working out or failure or not meeting your goals. It's not as bad as you think it is.
It really isn't.
You know? So
it's really not that
it's
bad.
good to get yourself out there, fail fast, fail early. And most of the people that's successful at life, it's because they put themselves out there and they take chances because they failed before.
Exactly.
You know, I was listening to Mark Cuban the other day, and he talked about how, you know, sometimes you only have to be right one time. You know, people see, they don't see that you were wrong 47 times, but that one time that you're right, the one time that you're successful is the thing that kind of catapults you to what you would call success. So it's important to put yourself out there and don't be afraid to fail, because that's the thick skin you need to be.
If you're going to be an entrepreneur,
100%.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep.
And if you're going to be a parent, but we'll talk about that.
That's a different kind of thick skin. Speaking of
all relative.
Having thick skin, well, we'll talk about that in just a minute. So let's talk about some current events. Yeah, okay. So everybody's queen, or more importantly, the beehive. Talk about Beyonce. So Beyonce, of course, everybody knows Beyonce had the Renaissance tour, and that's over, right?
Yes, it's now over, and she created a film out of it.
Yep. So it's like when a movie went. Well,
Taylor Swift did the same thing too. So both Taylor and Beyonce, they had tours this year, and they made movies out of them. So I from a business standpoint, this is so good because you capture the big ticket item. I mean, people were paying thousands, you know, to be in the room when it happened, and then they recorded it, recaptured it, and they got the small ticket item. Come on, this has to be studied in universities all over the place. I'm thrilled. So let me read this part. Can I read this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. So Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. Theaters did basically the follow-up after Taylor Swift's movie as well. So although it opened in over 1,000 theaters, fewer than Taylor Swift's opening. Let's see, they received a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. My goodness. After making $11.5 million on Friday, including $5 million in sales on Thursday, let's see, it brought in $21 million this weekend. $21 million. And she didn't have to step on stage or anything.
Yeah.
I would have been in my PJs just because.
So
that's pretty awesome.
It was the highest grossing movie in theaters this
weekend. 21 million. And I know, I mean, people have the Beehive, they come out.
But Taylor Swift did better in the theaters so far.
Well, so far though.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift, how much did Taylor Swift do? She's done 27.
Okay.
Yeah, Taylor Swift did 27. Beyonce did 21 so far. So, and then it's only out for a limited time, right?
They're probably going to check down again, and it's going to be on Netflix or
the subscription. Now
Amazon,
she captures the
Hulu,
subscription.
Something like
That's
that.
what I'm waiting on. I ain't gonna lie. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm
already pay for all those.
Netflix.
Well, come on and give me a Hulu, give me a Amazon Prime, something. I got one of those. But but honestly, it's something that should be studied.
I didn't really listen to the whole album. So
the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't either, but I'm just I love good business choices.
Oh yeah.
And this was a good business choice by both Beyonce and Taylor Swift. Good business choice. On the sad side though, Hunger Games only did $14.5 million. The Hunger Games prequel, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, only did $14.5 million.
They waited too long. They waited too long to come out with another movie.
Well, I read the book, and it was just kind of So I'm going to go see it because Viola Davis is in it, and I support everything she does. So I'm going to go see it for her. But I doubt that it's any good. No one's been saying anything.
I'll wait till it comes out on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Ooh, speaking of coming out, the country's coming. The country is here. Is that right? It's country time. Jen, you love cowboys and anything country, right?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
So the National Finals Rodeo, the NFR, is that right, Jen? Okay. It starts December 7th here in Las Vegas. People don't know this, but we get a lot of cowboy rodeo events
it's
here
the
in
Wild
Vegas.
Wild West.
That's true. That is true. I mean, all the glitz and the glam and the lights and stuff. You don't really think Wild Wild
Nevada,
West, but yeah.
Wyoming, this is.
You said we as in.
I got
You got one pair of cowboy boots,
cowboy boots,
and then
on
now
today.
all of a sudden, all right.
That's
all right. I love you and your cowboy.
I
boots,
dress
though.
the part. I don't know the people, but I dress the part.
I love you and your cowboy boots. Anyway, so the National Finals Rodeo starts December 7th at the Thomas and Mack Center. That's going to be interesting. Garth Brooks going to be in the house.
Okay.
Carrie Underwood, Miranda Lambert. They are going to be performing at different areas and resorts and things like that.
Now, is Miranda Lambert iCarly?
My Lord.
No.
That's somebody.
That's
That's a
different
different.
Totally
Miranda.
different somebody.
That's totally
Different
different.
Miranda.
That's Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah.
My bad.
Miranda Lambert is
What about
very decorated
Miley
country.
Miley Cyrus? Is she
Miley,
still
she's
country?
No,
She's not country.
she's pop.
Not anymore. I think she started
she
country.
was hip-hop for a
Her
minute.
dad's country.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Billy Ray Cyrus. Let's see. Oh, Cowboy Christmas shopping at the the Las Vegas Convention Center, Jen?
I have a question.
Do it
I have
all
a
they
question.
want.
We should do
Jen,
that.
I have a question. So, okay, I got the cowboy boots. I can get the hat. I got the little button-down shirt with the little skinny tie. What's cowboy food though? What's cowboy food?
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh, like Texas rodeo.
yes.
Oh, shoot, I'm a cowboy.
Lord have mercy.
Barbecue.
You need the belt buckle.
I don't think we need a belt buckle.
I'm gonna get
I don't
the
think
belt
we need a belt buckle.
I'm gonna get like the it's like like Dipset, but like wrestling belt buckle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We can hang it somewhere.
Buckle. They
don't
got
have
a
to
whole
wear
store
it.
for it. Buckle, right?
don't have
They
to
still
wear
got
it.
the store buckle.
I don't know. I've never been in that.
I feel like that's not what they sold.
I don't think.
Yeah, they
it
got
is.
belt buckles. They have big belt buckles.
Yeah. You know what? I love you in your cowboy boots. I love you in your
I
cowboy
need a belt
boots.
buckle for my shirt.
No, it's okay.
All right.
Okay, but so
We can
cowboy
have a rodeo
cowboy Christmas
theme,
is coming.
Rodeo themed barbecue. I'm gonna have pulled pork, pulled chicken, everything. Oh, I'm a cowboy.
now that you know.
I just figured out that I'm a cowboy.
Lord
I
have
love
mercy.
barbecue. I'm outside.
All the things. So an average of 250,000 people come over a 10-day span. So this is a larger event.
But on the serious side, this is why Vegas is a dope place to live, because you have the strip and you have all this stuff. Now we have sports, but even like Christmas, you wouldn't think, oh, Vegas Christmas. So we have rodeo.
Yeah.
We have the Bellagio. They do this great Christmas display where they decorate and they put horses and trees.
Everything's
Santa
made
Clauses.
of
real.
flowers.
And it's
like the
real.
Rose Parade.
Yeah, like the rose,
Yeah,
like the Rose Parade.
Parade.
So
So,
you
yeah.
have to come to the Bellagio, especially if you're here for Christmas during the Christmas or holiday season. You have to go to the Bellagio. It is absolutely stunning. We're definitely going to go there. That could be a date night. That is a great date night. If you were looking for it's really inexpensive because it's free. But it's a perfect, inexpensive, really fun date night going to the Bellagio and checking out. And they actually change it 4 times a year. But my favorite one is the one that they do for the holiday season. And actually, if you really love behind the scenes stuff, you need to go like January 2nd because they start to change everything out. I don't know why I love that so much. I don't know why I love behind the scenes things. But if you love behind the scenes and you want to see how they take things in and out, definitely go and check it out then. All right. Speaking of things being taken out, Usher. He did his last performance. His residency has ended.
I know you heartbroken.
I am. He did over 100 shows in the past 2.5 years.
That's a lot of shows. I mean, I know he made good money, but that's what I was saying. I just want to write this. I would get tired of singing My Way 100 times. Like, I don't want to sing this song
But
again.
you get the energy from the crowd.
Schmenergy.
The energy from the crowd keeps
I write,
going.
Here, sing this. I'm
You
going to
see-
write it. You sing.
You look out and you see your number one fan singing the song word for word.
Yeah, by that time, he don't have to sing it no more. They
Sing it.
it.
Just point the mic at me. You know what I'm saying? I got this. Okay? And that's what he did. And I love how he interacted with the crowd. And it was amazing. Usher, if you watching this, come on back. Because this was fun. Let's do round 3. Yeah.
You saw they gave him the key to the city.
3. You say what?
They gave him the key to the city.
They sure did recently. And he's going to be here for the Super Bowl. So he's here and he's practicing and all the things. But the Super Bowl is not going to give it justice.
I don't know about the keys to the city thing. I agree with people, like, he didn't do a lot for the city of Las Vegas.
Yes,
to get the
he
keys
did.
To the city. No, what?
Yes, he
they're going to give it to
did.
Boys to Men?
Usher, stop
Chris
watching.
Brown?
Jamin didn't mean it. He did not mean
They
that.
going to give Beyonce a
What?
key to the city? If
How
she,
could you say
can't give
this?
somebody a key to the city just for doing the
When
residence.
you have the type of impact and the type of economic impact that he had for, if you think about 100 shows, that was a 5,000 seater venue.
Mm-hmm.
And nearly every single one of them sold out. And let's say on average, because tickets were high. So let's say on average, tickets were $500 a piece. Y'all know I love me a good calculation. You know I love it. We're gonna calculate this thing.
Okay.
5,000. Okay.
We'll wait for your
5,000
calculation.
people times
Okay.
500.
We're gonna
Yes,
wait for it.
that's $2.5 million, and you did it 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, $250 million. That's incredible.
And that's just in show tickets. Not
That's
talking.
it.
They had to
We
eat
had
something.
merch.
Oh, yeah.
We ate. They had good beverages. All the things.
It was great for the city,
And
but
then
so is everything
people
else in Las Vegas that comes is
traveling
great
in.
for the city. I like that Usher. Usher is like my number one.
Well,
but
you
keys
gotta
to the
come
city,
correct.
I don't know.
You
Now
gotta
the
come
Las Vegas
correct.
Aces featuring Asia Wilson.
Oh my goodness.
They need the keys to the city.
They have the
They
keys.
hear
They
every
got-
year.
they got 2 sets
They
of
hear
keys.
every year.
You
see what I'm saying? They hear every year.
No, we love the Aces though, but that's apples and oranges. The economic impact, $250 million, that's just a
And
round
now he's
number.
gone. And now he's gone.
Well, he'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back for the Super Bowl, and we shall discuss that. I can't wait.
Oh, that's right. He'll be Yes.
Well, he is the
now he needs
halftime. Yeah, so the
But
even
now the
more
Super Bowl is
economic
gone.
impact. So it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fabulous.
All right.
I wanted to talk about, now listen, if you are a Beehive fan, see, I got to preface this stuff, Jen, because I do not want the Beehive coming after me on this here podcast. All right. If you are a Beehiver, is that Beehive? If you are part of the Beehive, do not come for
You
me.
trying to create a new
I
name?
know.
Beehiver.
I know. I just created a new word. Don't come for me. But we were talking about Beyonce, and I totally forgot about. I want to get your reaction about the whole Blue Ivy thing. Now, this baby is a minor, so
Right.
we're not gonna come for that sweet baby. I'm coming for everybody that put her on that stage before she was ready. But nonetheless, Blue Ivy is now getting praised on how much she improved during the tour. Now we all know that sweet baby got out there on the first
It was a little rough.
first leg.
It was a little rough.
It was rough. It was giving. My mama made me do this Easter performance,
Easter.
and then over time, girlfriend was hitting it. She was doing a great job. And it was, I can't remember where I read it or where I saw it, but it said that Beyonce let her read the comments about what people were saying about her performance, and instead of kind of going away and crying or quitting, that was when she decided to improve. And that's the part I want to talk about, because I find that fascinating. I mean, you're already on the biggest stage in the world. It's your mom is Beyonce, right? Everybody's going to be,
and dad is Jay-Z,
and your dad's Jay-Z. Everybody Auntie is Solange. It's the whole family's got talent,
right?
And then you get up there and you kind of half-ass it, and everybody had opinions on it. Some people are like, "Come on, sweet baby, God bless her, let's go." And then some people kind of ate her up a little bit. Her mom let her. She's 10. She's 11.
She fell fast. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And her parents know they part of the industry. That's what they signed up for. They know that she could sink or swim. She could have went up there and killed it, or she could have went up there. And she needed a little work when she started out, to be honest. She needed a little work, and she improved.
But she improved every single solitary time. Jen, you're a momager.
I am.
What do you think about that?
I think that it worked out perfect for them, because now is the time to fail. At 12 years old, I bought a ticket. I didn't buy the ticket to see you anyway. You were just an added bonus. Now's the time to fail, versus when you're 25 and I've paid to see you and now you over there doing the halfway. No, now's not the time for that. So at 11,
you say trial by fire. Throw them on in there.
Right now. Now's the time for you to even tell me if you want to be a dancer or not. Do you even like this?
Right.
So yeah, now's the time.
In front of millions of people, Jen. Millions.
Millions of people that didn't pay to see her. They still got what they paid for.
That's true. You gotta put yourself out there. That's exactly what we talk about. She didn't let the fear of failing stop her, and that's huge.
The mama bear comes out in me just a little bit, and that's why I was upset, because I'm like, why did they let that sweet baby? She is 11. Why did they let that sweet baby go out there? And now I was so happy that she improved, because it could have went the other way where she could have quit. It could have been a real issue. And shout out to whatever conversations that they were having. But I just feel like, the mama bear, I would have been in everybody's DM. I dare you to talk about my baby again. It's just, I don't know.
Nah, you can't do that. You wouldn't do that if you really was.
I don't think I would have put my child out there.
Yes, you would. No, it was perfect because it was kind of a distraction. She was like, okay, I'm going to let my daughter be in there. But imagine she opening up for Beyonce or something, something like that. So it's like it was a distraction to where you wasn't really focused on how, uncoordinated she was or how much work she needed, because she was dancing.
She had the moves.
Mom. You know what I mean?
So she had the moves, all the things.
It worked out.
And this is not the first time also that somebody has put their child, up there. I remember, listen, this is in gospel world, but Karen Clark, she put Kiki up there, and Kiki was like 8, I think, and so she had her sing little pieces of her song and everything, and it was sweet. And now Kiki is one of the biggest gospel singers out there.
It worked out.
So it definitely can work out. It can work out.
Kiki, I like that.
I know, right? Shout out to Kiki Sheard, but I don't know, Jen, you're our momager.
But my son has been in business for almost 5 years now, and we tried it, and when it didn't work, and he learned and he tested different things. But now at the ripe old age of 12, he's ready to move on to the next thing, try a different kind of business. So I love it. I'm just it's interesting. I think it matters on the child too, because you as a parent know, for the most part, like how strong, like how much your child can take. Is this is Blue. She's been in the limelight way more than the other two, the twins and all the things. But I think as a parent, how strong your child is. So, maybe some parent might say, well, I would never put my child out there. I would help them fail privately. And some parents say, you know what, throw them on out there. If that's what they want to do, they want to try it. And then if it sucked, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm kind of in the middle, because I don't want to embarrass you. But also, like you said, Jen, we going to try it. We going to fail fast. We're going to fail early, so that when you're a teenager and you want to try something,
we're not out here trying to backtrack and, your feelings all hurt and all the things, and now you want to quit and you 21. No.
You fail now while you don't have a mortgage, you don't have no kids, you
got no responsibility.
Nothing but space and opportunity.
That's the truth.
So do you feel that that's a benefit or like a weakness? Like, you got like
the weakness of who?
Well, it could be perceived as a weakness because it's like you have to go behind this big star of a parent, and everybody has these big expectations of you. But also, if you didn't have that big star of a parent, you might not have the opportunities that you had. So I think about like Marvin Harrison Jr. He plays for Ohio State. His dad is like a Hall of Famer wide receiver to play for the Indianapolis Colts. His dad, is in a Hall of Fame, and Marvin Harrison Jr. is killing it.
Okay.
But it's like,
he'll always be in his dad's shadow.
Yeah, if you just Joe Schmo going out for wide receiver, you have to just make your own name and make your own mark. But it's like, oh, shoot, you're such and such's son. Right. They have higher expectations of it. So you feel like the pressure is a negative to where you just go out and make your own name for yourself? Or do you feel like, like Michael Jordan, like none of his sons end up being, even in the NBA. Yeah.
Bronny James is coming up.
Like a Bronny James. Do you feel like that's a benefit, or it's like they expect his son to be good? Right. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, we'll see.
Right.
They expect him to be good.
I mean, I think it's on the parents to provide as many opportunities as you can. I mean, I feel like it's our responsibility to provide as many opportunities as we can as parents to our children. Now, whether they take it and run with it is up to them. And definitely while they're young, and I think, Jen, to your point, while they're young, while they're, still impressionable, while we still have a lot of time to mold them and all the things, we need to go ahead and take that opportunity, help them understand, okay, you didn't do a good job. How's that feel? Like, it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. How does that feel? What is that, all the things. And I think it's, so I think it's on us as parents to give our children whatever opportunities in whatever setting. If I'm not famous, but, I definitely want to give my kids more opportunity than I had. And my parents, they wanted to give me more opportunity than they had. And so, the more we're coming up in the limelight, and it's so interesting. I mean, 100 years ago, you couldn't talk about something like this, right? Which is really cool. But there's so much more to go. And I think the more we see, children coming up behind their parents in their parents' shadow, it's going to be interesting to see how people navigate it. And I don't think there's a right or wrong answer for it, because everybody is different and because children are different. But I am 100% protect the child, though. That's me. I am 100% protect the child. I just feel like, for me, I'm like, if that would have broke this little girl, people's nasty comments and all the things, if that would have broke that little girl, I would have been heartbroken for her. Because, I mean, my mom's Beyonce. My dad is Jay-Z. What else am I finna do, But
she could have went back to her wonderful billionaire child.
No. But, I mean, if she had, and, if she wanted to do something and, people's comments, why? That's how we started this whole conversation off. Fear. And the fear of people making comments and being haters and all the things. And the reason why this new generation, they won't even film something if their hair is not perfect, or if, one eye was slightly closed than the other eye. Don't post that picture. And all this other thing, like they seek perfection. And I'm not saying they, but those who, this new generation is seeking a lot of perfection. So it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
To be a parent. Anyway.
What you got for the real estate minute?
Real estate minute. Okay. So let's talk about new construction, okay? Or new builds, if you will. Now, the difference between homes that are already built, that's a resale home. But today we're going to talk about new construction and kind of the pros and cons when it comes to new construction. So new construction, I mean, obviously that word new in there is pretty awesome, right? But let's talk about completion time. So for new construction, it can vary, but for the most part, and right now in this market, completion takes between about 8 to 12 months. It kind of just depends. When we were in the whole COVID period, completion was taking more so than probably like 18 months than it is now. So completion takes 8 to 12 months. And now you also have lot premiums. Now, you know, when you see, and this is probably more so a con, when you see the base price, I want you to focus on that base price and understand that is not the price that you are going to pay. That is the base price with none of the upgrades, none of the options that you see in those big, beautiful model homes, okay? They also don't include the lot premiums. So when you buy a new construction home, you actually have to buy the lot that the home will be built upon. Now, lot premiums, they can range on the low end for about $3,000, upwards of $20,000, $30,000 for an average price home. Now, when you get up into the higher numbers, you're definitely going to have probably a bigger lot, better views, better lot position, etc.
Yeah.
Now, again, definitely pay attention to base price versus what's in that model home. Everything that you see when you walk into a model home is an upgrade.
All
okay,
the bells and whistles
it's
in the model
all
home.
the bells and whistles. Why? Because that's what they want you to buy. But another really, really important thing is going in there with representation. Now, when you go into, let's say you go to a model home, when you walk in there, you are actually walking in not represented, meaning you don't have a realtor that works for you, okay? So one of the things that I recommend is talk to a real estate agent and actually have them go in with you. That way you have representation and you have someone that can go to bat for you as you are looking at these different new construction homes. Okay. Lastly, one more thing. When you're looking at upgrades, you can kind of consider those your negotiations, okay? With new construction homes, there really is no negotiation as you would see with a resale home. So then you look at upgrades, and a realtor can help you choose the proper upgrades that could help in your future resale should you decide to sell the home. Remember, that model home is full of upgrades. And what you don't want is to be upside down on your brand new home should you decide that you want to sell in the near future, okay? So base price versus upgrade price, okay? Completion usually takes 8 to 12 months, at least right now. Don't forget, there's the base price and then there's also the lot premium. So you will have to pay for the lot that the home is built upon. And do not preview a new construction home without real estate representation. All right, guys, that was your real estate minute. That was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so resale versus new construction. I think we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
This is it. But thank you guys so much for joining us this week at home with the Willises. Make sure that you subscribe, hit that button somewhere down there below. Also share this. We want more subscribers. We want your friends and your families to see this. So make sure that you share as well.
And the rodeo people.
And yes, we want the rodeo people to see it too. Is that it? Is that it?
The fellow cowboys.
The fellow cowboys. Please don't get a belt buckle. But anyway, well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.